Greetings, comic friends. It is time for the Wednesday tradition. That is TGIW. Thank God it is Wednesday. New comic book day. All right, we had a nice little week. It's offset last week a little bit. If you remember, last week I only had 6 books, so here I have 11 and a rather thick trade that I picked up, but still a reasonable amount. Still a far cry from the 20 issues a week I was having not too long ago. And the first one was a mistake. I keep forgetting to tell my LCS that I don't want these Batman Secret Files anymore. Not that they're bad. When I've gotten them, I've enjoyed them. I just don't need them. I just don't need that much Batman or Fear State, as it were, in this case. I mean, it is written by Tinian, so like it is good. It's just I don't need that extra issue. I keep forgetting to say, hey, don't get me that thing anymore. We'll see. You're going to hear this again on the next Batman Secret Files because it's going to be the same problem. I know it. All right, Spider-Woman number 17. Again, I say this every time. I think this is one of the best superhero books that no one is reading. It's really, really good. We should be getting to a fairly new arc. I think the last... We got some stuff wrapped up in the last issue, so curious to see what the next thing that's thrown her way is. Eat the Rich number 4. I continue to like this book. I think it's going to be 5 issues. It's 5 or 6 issues. Still waiting to see what the main character thinks and how she fits into this. If she's going to go along with it. I don't know. I'm intrigued. It's an interesting story. It's an interesting concept. It's hard. So we're 4 months in, right? If you don't know the premise, this group of rich people are cannibals. But what they do is they work things out with the people that are going to eat. They agree to be murdered and eaten, but the rich people will provide them a bunch of money, usually to take care of those they leave behind. So it's consensual cannibalism, where I think before, like, they were just straight up murdering and eating people. But I think someone that came into the family, the mother, I believe, said, look, it's bad enough you're cannibals. Let's at least, like, not make them so they're as victims. And they agree, and we pay them or whatever. That's the premise. So this main character is coming into this, is going to be presumably married into the family and finds out what's going on. Not in the best way. She finds out by just witnessing it happen. She's not warned at all that, hey, our family was going to kill a bunch of people and then eat them. But where is she going to land in this? And, she's kind of connected with a nanny that has agreed to this. And the nanny's like, yeah, I mean, I know my time is going to come. I'm going to be retired. And they're going to kill and eat me. And they just kind of accepted it. It's like, but they gave me all this money for me either to give to other family members or to spend how I want to see fit on the short time that I'm here. So I agreed to it. It's kind of an interesting premise. Deep Beyond number 10. So we have this and then 2 more issues to go after it. I'm curious to see how it ends, but I'm also ready for it to end. Dark Ages number 3. This has been fun. And I try to stay away from limited series nowadays, but the premise was fun. I liked the first issue. I liked the first 2 issues, so I've kept with it. So it's an alternate reality. I love alternate realities where it's the Dark Age. There's no power in what has kind of happened in that world. But it's a fun alternate reality, what if-ish sort of story. Blue and Gold, number 4 of 8. Continues to be fun. The dynamic between Booster Gold and Blue Beetle is always the most important thing with these books. I think last issue, Blue Beetle has a Skeets-like AI hanging around with him now, and Skeets is a little jealous, I guess. But it's the dialogue and the dynamic between Booster and Blue Beetle that's always the most fun with that pairing. Batman number 117. I believe this is the penultimate issue of Fear State, so there's one more after this. It is definitely starting to reach the climax. Now with Peacekeeper 01 kind of snapping out of the fear state that he was in, but still being kind of like, no, I am what this city needs in order to be safe and peaceful, which of course means being very violent. But I mean, he's not necessarily all in his right mind still, I guess. I want to see what happens to the magistrate and the fallout of that. So basically, Fear State is leading up to what Future State could have been, with the magistrate running Gotham. But we'll see how that wraps up. Aquaman: The Becoming, number 3 of 6. It's okay. I mean, I'm a huge Aquaman fan. I love the characters around Aquaman. I think the dynamic between this Aquaman and his father, the Black Manta, is interesting. It's okay. It's not the greatest. But it's entertaining. I don't like when they do these, but I don't really have a choice in this case. The Amazing Spider-Man number 78 dot bay. I don't like these dot issues. Like, if it's not important enough to be in the main title, just don't make it, I guess. Or make it a one-shot. Don't mess with the numbering like this. It's just a pain for categorization and all that. But I'm not sure what this is about. Evidently focusing on the Daughters of the Dragon here in their role in the Beyond Corporation, maybe. I don't know. But Spider-Man, I gotta pick it up. It's the law. Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 5. Again, this is great. I love the character. I love this introduction with his I don't know if he's technically his boyfriend yet, but this character, love interest. I'll say love interest is probably at least safe. I think it's great. I think it's fun. It's interesting. I know there are people that have a problem with it. I don't understand why. I mean, typical relationships are out there. So when they show up in a comic book, what's the big deal? I don't get it. What people's problem with it is. I'm sorry. That's life. That's reality. I'm sorry that it's something that it's not reflective of you. But imagine how people who are not straight or binary have felt their entire life by being forced to read stories that does not speak to them. I don't know. Like, I'd open your mind a little bit, I guess. If you have a problem with that, then bye. And then last comic is Moon Knight number 5. And I'm enjoying it. And when I talk about this, either here or with friends or other people, I would like to start to see a traditional arc going on in that book. I feel we've gotten a lot of setup of, like, this is where the character's at and what he's doing right now. I'd like to see some sort of larger story happening. And the last thing is The Dreaming, Waking Hours. I got this trade. All the Sandman Universe stuff I get in trades. This came out today. I think I'm a little behind. I think I'm a trade behind on Sandman The Dreaming. I think I'm behind on a lot of trades, actually. Something I've been meaning to do is take stock of all the things that I read in trade and find, like, okay, this is the last trade volume I have of it. What is actually out? Because I think I've fallen behind on a number of them, actually. And in some cases, that causes problems. I know I fell behind on my Usagi Yojimbo, the Dark Horse collection, and the one that I need now is actually, like, it went out of print immediately, and now I can't get it because I missed it. But anyway, this is a 12 issue story taking place in the Dreaming of the Sandman universe. So I get all these Sandman universe books because they are great, but these I get in trade because I strongly feel that they read much better in the trade format. So. All right, well, that is it. And as far as comics go, 11. It's a fairly healthy week, a little bigger than what I'm used to, but it's actually kind of right where I was targeting by making all my cuts in my new general strategy for adding or not adding books, more to the point, and then the Dreaming there. So let me know what you think. What came out this week that you're really excited about? What do you think that I should have gotten that I should at least look into that I missed? So comment below and like and subscribe and all that stuff. And of course, don't forget to make yours Titan. This video was brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.